hang on. Hey. Hello and welcome to Dish It Good, a series where I sit down with a very interesting person and talk to them over a delicious dish. Today I'm going to be talking to Sara Page. She is a choreographer, a dancer, an actor, a musician, a composer. She's got it all going on. Currently, we are in late March in England, so everyone is practicing self-isolation due to COVID-19. So I will be doing this interview from my home, and I'll be FaceTiming Sara so that we can get her information as well. Sadly, she won't be next to me today, but luckily we will still get to talk to her via the internet. So that's great. With everything going on right now, I just hope everyone is staying safe and staying well and staying home where you can. And without further ado, let's go give Sara a call. Hey Sara, how you doing? You hanging in there okay?
Okay, yes, hello.
Perfect. Well, I just said that you are a dancer, choreographer, a music composer, a musician, performer. But what we want to hear about is what you are eating. What is it you brought?
Okay, so I am eating, I've chucked some stuff together what I had in the fridge. So it's some cheesy mashed potato, leftover from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Then a handful of leaves like spinach and rocket and stuff like that. And then Moroccan-inspired hummus that I managed to grab from Co-op yesterday in my daily walk to the shop. Well, my allocated daily exercise or whatever it is the government have told us to do.
Of course.
And get into Co-op to get that. So mixed up, yeah, with a bit of pepper ground on top. So.
Oh, lovely. And you made it all yourself. Now,
Indeed.
I can't say that for myself. We use the microwave today.
Oh, cool. Cool.
And that's the way in these pandemic times. You gotta just put together what you got. And I'm currently having some paella. Now, don't be fooled. It's a ready meal, okay? It's some shrimp. It's some, rice. You know how it goes. But, yeah, cooked her up in the microwave. And that's all we can do in this time. So let's have a little bite of our foods. Cheers. Woo!
Yeah. Tastes like what I made.
There you go. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Now, these are very interesting circumstances that we are in, but I was hoping to chat a little bit about how you got interested in the arts in the first place.
I guess it started with ballet when I was very, very small, like 4 or something. Used to go to ballet class in like my local church or something. And carried on most of my life with a couple of years gap in London. And I always loved performing at school and making shows myself. I've got lots of hilarious family videos of me and my sister at my grandparents' house, like doing our own covers of things like I'm Getting Married in the Morning from My Fair Lady, like dressed in this weird blue suit that my grandma had like a weird dressing up box. I don't really know why. My grandparents were both really good pianists and we would like sing with them and stuff. My parents would leave us there for a week or something, and then when they came, they'd bring us flowers and we would do this little show.
Oh, I love it.
There was this one, my sister was like obsessed with clementines, like the fruit. And you know that oh my darling, the Clementine song. So I would sing that, and every time a new verse came in, she would come in with a basket of clementines and like give everyone in the audience another. But she was like, she could eat like 10 on the trot. Like we always joke that she'd turn into one. So yeah, childhood I suppose, and then I just decided as an adult that I didn't want to leave that behind in childhood and just carry on. I don't know really. I just always have done it. I've always been interested in the arts.
Speaking of clementines, they are the perfect snack. Okay.
They are.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
You have to eat fruit in a when you're self-isolating and when you're social distancing. Don't forget about the fruit. Very important.
Yeah, because you don't want to get that
scurvy.
Scurvy. You don't want to catch the scurvy. NHS don't have time for that.
No, that's true. You don't want to be at the end. You don't want to be coming along to the NHS. Say, oh, I've got scurvy.
Can you talk a little bit about your first artistic love? So you talked about doing ballet first, but was that the first art form that you were like, this is what I'm into?
I think so. Ironically, I didn't watch very many ballets. Like, I've got a couple of friends who work at the Royal Opera House. Recently, I was able to see two things there, which is really exciting. And I mean, you can watch a lot of stuff online. But yeah, I don't have like, I think I learnt more about ballet in terms of like famous ballet dancers or people I really enjoy watching kind of in recent years. I've always loved it. I wouldn't say I was like super passionate, like in terms of, I don't know, what do you do when you're passionate about something? Get subscribe to magazines and go 6 times a week or something. Like it was sort of just a staple thing. Like you always eat breakfast or something, you know, like you have ballet on Wednesday and Saturday, and the years go by and you're still doing it. And then you also go through with ballet, I don't know, not everyone, but I think then you get to like a rebellious phase where you're like, oh, ballet's so lame and it's so traditional and strict and I can't get my leg over my head and I'm not really skinny so I can't do it and all of these rules are so stupid. And then you get interested in other things and then it kind of comes back.
I definitely know what you mean. That's like that with the dance world. It's so strict and so rigid that you love it so much and you're held to such a standard that you're like, well, if I don't make it this far, why am I even doing it? And it's oh, because I actually really like it. Like, don't, it's hard to, sometimes we forget that you're super passionate about it and you don't need to get caught up with all of that.
Definitely.
So, as these are wild and crazy times, what work do you find yourself doing now and what are you planning to do now that we can't really leave our homes?
So I, moving way on from ballet, have artistically not gone as particularly, how do I describe it? I'm an artist, I'm a choreographer and a musician, all these other things, but none of those things happen like the same thing every day. I think a slight danger in these times of having your finger in so many pies or juggling so many balls at once or wearing different hats is that now that's like really financially risky and a lot of work has completely dried up. And sometimes I've been doing this for a while, so I'm kind of used to that in a way. Like earlier in the year, I lost a bit of work because funding dried up or numbers in a class were too low so they couldn't continue or something like that. So it wasn't really as much of a hit as I think some people were like, oh my God, I'm losing all this work or we might not be able to go to our job anymore. And I was like, yeah, that kind of happens quite regularly and something always turns up. But I think in these times it's difficult, isn't it? Because we have no end date. You don't know when this is all going to be over. You don't know how long this is going to take. But you can sort of chase up your invoices and stuff. And then once that's done, you're like, yeah, but I physically can't go to that care home or whatever where I used to work. So the pro of juggling things is that I also do a lot of tutoring. In English, actually. I sort of just fell into it. That's kind of what is like my muggle job. I go to people's houses and tutor their kids who might need some homework help or exam revision or something like that. So a lot of that work I've been able to keep just at a reduced number or reduced rate online. So it's not as much of a hit as some of my friends in the industry who have nothing. So creatively, everything's kind of on hold whilst I'm figuring out this online system and getting everything prepped for the kids. And to be honest, I'm not planning ahead, creatively speaking. Like, I hope some of the stuff I did have planned will come up. And then I'm sort of welcoming this time as a bit of a break to see what I miss exactly. I was sort of looking forward to a bit of a break, although not stuck in my house, in April, going away to up north and abroad to Spain. So it was kind of like I had already mentally set up myself for a bit more free time just to figure stuff out. So that's where I'm at with the creativity.
I totally feel you, and so much stuff is being canceled, even up until June. Like one of my shows that was on meant to be the end of June has been canceled already.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and it makes you just rethink everything, and you have to just diversify your work. And you're so lucky because you have so many different skill sets that you can apply those in a bunch of different ways. And I'm glad you're taking this time to chill because I am too. And as scary as it is, you have to take just like an hour away out of the day to just be like, okay, I'm not going to think about the news right now. This is the situation we have. We got to make the best of it.
Yeah, I think so. And it is so important to acknowledge and note that we're all staying at home trying to protect more vulnerable people in society. We're trying to help out with NHS so they don't get overwhelmed over here. That's kind of like the job. But you can't spend all day thinking about that. And obviously it's a horrible situation to be in. We'd all rather this wasn't happening. Obviously there's tragic amount of illness and deaths going on, which is horrible. But also you're right, especially if you don't know how long it's going to last, you can't be constantly listening to the news. When is it going to happen? When's it going to change? How bad is it today? Who's got it today? You have to kind of go, okay, well, I've had my time listening to a conference or checking in with the news, and now I'm going to turn my phone off, or I'm going to go and do something for 2 hours, or however you cope. There's people coping in different ways, and using the time a bit differently. But I think it will be interesting as you interview more people how people are finding it, because there'll be people in different situations, of course, financially, but also with the way they're using their time. I can see a lot of people immediately going, great, I've got all this free time, I'm going to make loads of content, online content for stuff, going to be writing a play, I'm going to be doing all this amazing stuff. And I think that's really cool. Just I think it's really cool people going, I'm going to spend all week sitting at home doing things I haven't done for years because I haven't been able to, because I'm always churning stuff out in the real world.
Exactly. And this brings me to something I'm really interested to hear about. Now, how long have you been self-isolating for, just to get an idea?
Yeah, so the last time I left my house for work would have been Wednesday. So it's been a week and a day. Yeah.
So, in this time that you've had self-isolating, what is the wildest thing you've done? Because when you have all this time on your hands, you just end up doing some weird shit.
Okay.
So, have you done anything crazy?
What's the weirdest? I don't know. I can't say there's been huge amounts of craziness going on. Nothing I say it's going to be like Theresa May and she went through a field of wheat. It's going to be worse than that. I made jelly.
That's fun.
Not really crazy. It's just something I wanted to do for a long time.
That's good. I mean, you gotta be creative. You gotta start mixing it up. The wildest thing I have done is I started watching Star Wars.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I see. So weird to your character.
Now, I wasn't really into this kind of stuff. It just was never interested. And then I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. Sarah, I love it. Everyone's so cute. There's a little Yoda, and they're all flying around, and I'm like, I'm here for this. This is fun. So now I've not only watched the first couple of films, I'm 5 films deep, and they're 2 hours long. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the current situation.
The one with the little Ewoks is my favorite.
They're so cute.
So cute.
They're so cute. And they save the day. So yeah, I'm going to continue watching the rest of the films and see how we get on with that. But I want to hear about what you're looking forward to in the world of dance and theater. I've noticed that a lot of theaters have put some stuff up online because nobody could make it out. I had a ticket to see Endgame at the Old Vic.
Oh, cool.
And they were really nice, and they said if you donate the price of your ticket, we'll send you a free video to watch a live performance. And so so I'm really excited for that. So I was wondering if there's anything that you're looking forward to in the next couple of months.
Well, I mentioned again the Royal Opera House, probably because I've been there recently, so that's why they keep emailing me. But they've emailed a couple of things, a program of free stuff recently. I might brave the opera. I've never seen an opera before. I've seen one opera. I've seen a light operetta in Poland. That was very hard to understand because it was opera and it was also in Polish, which sure. I am okay at, but not really. Not that great. But anyway, so Royal Opera House are, they must be doing it online on social media somewhere, a couple of dates over the next couple of months, which will be fun to watch. Some friends have sent me some other stuff. I think Northern Ballet as well are putting something up. I think someone I met, this really cool dance artist who's had a company since 2014 or something, he keeps coming up on my Instagram. He is a guest artist with the Northern Ballet for a project or something that's coming out. I'm quite interested to see that. And then whatever I can get my hands on, really. Whatever's out there, I'm up for. So many things that coming out on Netflix that I want to watch again. Ozark season 3, very excited for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happening. I have been asked, it's not specifically out in the industry, but it's with kids. I teach kids. We were about to start working on Cats, the musical, but for kids.
That is the best news ever. Is it still going forward or no?
We don't know because it was going to be in July. My stuff, I think, has mostly been cancelled. I had a few shows coming up to do in May that I expect will be cancelled based on what's been happening in other countries. I would imagine May is off the table. Maybe July also. So I don't know, but I have been asked to record a couple of videos of choreography for the Jellicle songs for Jellicle Cats. So I will send you a link so you can be in your living room doing all the learning the choreo if you wish.
Yes, please. Jellicles are and Jellicles do. Okay, like I'm here for it. If you need a paw, I'll put that paw in the ring, baby. I'm ready.
Yeah, it would be helpful maybe to give me some ideas as well, because some of it I'm like, how do I make 5-year-olds dance to this?
They'll know what to do.
Yeah.
That musical probably makes the most sense to young children. They're like, sure, heavy side layer, that's fine. All the cats are running around, they're having a little competition. Normal. I'm sure they'll catch on.
Yeah, we spent a few weeks, we've started some of it, we had a few weeks left before we stopped. And nobody asked me what heavy side layer was. Like, no one cares about the context of the story. They're just like, can I be the one that does the whiskers? I'm like, yeah.
Priorities.
Do you know what this is about? They're like, who gets to be the lead cat? I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, there isn't one.
I mean, if it ever happens, I'm excited. I'll see if you can come.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here today on Dish It Good. We hope that you stay well and stay safe. And good luck making that Cats choreo.
Thank you so much.
I cannot wait to see it. Bye.
Bye.